you to know that you never have to be alone. I want you to know someone's always here for you, and I hope you believe it's me. Yes, I hope you believe it's me. Oh, I hope you believe it's me. Well, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Invisible Song Club. My name is Mark Davis Stallard, and this lovely lady beside me is Angela R. Campbell. How are you doing, Angela?
I'm doing just wonderful, Mark. And how are you today? We have a wonderful show on the way.
Excellent. Sound is good according to Schleem, so that's fantastic. Sorry we're a little bit late. We've got the compounded issue of the Facebook problem we had yesterday. And of course Angela got a new phone, which apparently doesn't come preloaded with the Zoom, I think was the issue. So sorry about that, everybody.
Also, I posted the wrong link on my page, Mark, so I have to go and find the link and share it with people.
It should be, if you go to the Song Club group, I've posted on there the correct link. There you go. So everybody can help us out here. As you can see, a little flustered we are. So if you can help us share, that would be fantastic. You got it? Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. So so we've got two great bands, two great songs from two great bands. One from South Africa, SoulStone. And why can I not remember the name of the title of the song, which is Now That Your Love Is Gone. I've been listening to it for about an hour on a loop, so I don't know why.
One of those long titles.
I think it's just we've got the millions of people watching us online, and I just kind of had a bit of stage fright perhaps. And then of course we got Eagle and Hawk with a Great Divide, and they're from here in Winnipeg. Did I say SoulStone from South Africa? I'm not sure if I mentioned where they were from.
Yes.
So here we are, another edition of Song Club. What is the Invisible Song Club, Angela?
Well, Mark, the Invisible Song Club is much like a book club, wherein the group chooses two songs every 2 weeks, and we all go away and we listen to the songs and come up with our own review, and then we get together after 2 weeks and discuss. And Mark and I are your hosts. I am the Invisible Woman, and he is the Invisible Man. And I'm Angela R. Campbell from ojustedit.ca. Mark is Mark David Stallard from the Invisible Man Show. And you'll find us both on YouTube.
Indeed, and also from the band It's All in the Mind. So we're
yes.
So if you want to hear some of our music,
that's our song. That's our intro song.
Indeed,
it's from the band All in the Mind. Yes.
Indeed, and if you want to check out yesterday's The Invisible Man Show, you will find me playing some of our songs live. So go check that out. And it's on everybody's watching on YouTube because of the Facebook issue. There should be a link right underneath there. Okay. So
hey, Mark, why don't you give us a plug for your other shows while you're on? Tell us all the shows that you're doing. You're so busy. We're both really tired this week because we've got so much going on.
It is. Obviously the Invisible Man Show, and there are links to all of the previous ones on the invisibleman.ca. Go check that out, where we focus on. We have been doing lots of interviews with bands international, right around the world, right from South Africa, New Zealand, and of course Canada, UK, and the USA. We had someone from Spain. In the coming months, we are moving more towards a performance, so we'll be encouraging our guests to perform live on air, and we will be doing lots of shows where I will be playing a song, or a guest will play a song, like we'll have wall-to-wall music and our music. So that's what we're moving towards, and so it'll be a lot of fun, I hope, and it'll be a little bit more variety than it has been. And then we have Welcome to the Madhouse, which is hosted by Adam Feasy. I go on the show when I can, but he's hosting it from the UK. It's 2 in.the afternoon on a Wednesday, Central Time, as 8 p.m. UK time, and of course day jobs get in the way, so I can't always host with him. And that's a focus on UK rock music, so go check that out as well. He's a lot of fun. He's got just as much energy as me, and sometimes a little bit more, but then he is a younger man.
I'm behind watching the podcast. I love podcasts because I can just listen to them while I'm working, and I'm really behind. So I'm going to be doing a binge soon. I'm going to binge watch all your shows. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. We have a question from Martin Green as asking what you're going to tell us what happened with Facebook. Well, we went through this actually yesterday on the other show, so I didn't want to bore the audience, but I will. For some reason, we started to go live half an hour before the show yesterday, and nothing was going through the Facebook, and it took us about half an hour to realise we had been blocked, and by then it was too late to do anything about it. So we just directed everybody to YouTube, where we stream every week anyway. So that's kind of what it is. I don't know what I did, why we got blocks, but there's no way of challenging it other than saying I don't know what I did, so I can't say it was legitimate what I hadn't done. Anyhow, yeah, well, that's the cause notes of what happened.
That's what you get for free.
Indeed, yeah, yeah.
Our audience doesn't pay anything. We don't pay anything, so it is what it is.
Yep. Okay. So we are actually. You haven't told anybody what you do at Oh Just Eat It.
Well, I have been a blogger girl since 2011. That's when I started my blog, and the reason I started my blog is because I absolutely love music, and I was getting to know bands and learning about the history of the bands and who's in the band, and all of their albums, and like really doing some in-depth research for my own enjoyment. And then I was sharing it on social media, and my friend said to me, Angela, you should be blogging. Like, you might as well just write a blog, because that's all you talk about on social media. So I started doing that and started writing articles, and that was the first birth of Oh Just Eat It, and it was a lot of fun, and I've met some fantastic people. I've taken some amazing photographs, done some really great interviews, and had a lot of fun with it. And now I'm trying to get into the YouTube realm, which is a little uncomfortable for me, having my face in front of the camera, or video editing. I hate video editing, by the way. It's really hard, but I'm learning. I'm getting there. So the next life for Oh Just Eat It is going to be a lot more YouTube. And I met Mark through a project that we worked on called Cannabis Castle, which was a bit of a reality series that we put on YouTube. And then and now we're doing this. So yeah, that's me for now.
Excellent. Well, I think we've made the audience wait long enough. Should we move on to the first song?
Please.
Okay. Right, so as usual, we'll play a short clip, a 20-second clip of the song we're reviewing. We can't really play much more than that for fear of the copyright bots shutting us down or flagging us or whatever else, even though I no doubt the artists of the songs that we're reviewing will be more than happy for us to do it. YouTube doesn't care. So just be a short clip, and then there will be a brief video that Angela has pre-prepared. Okay, so for the first song then, Eagle and Hawk and their song Great Divide. Let's see if I've got this right.
I don't want to take a side. I don't want to run and hide. When it's said and done, I do believe we're living in the Great Divide.
Now here's a band you probably recognize the name of. They are very original. Eagle and Hawk is a Canadian roots rock band based in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Bringing energy, spirit, and commitment to the stage, the band delivers catchy and infectious songs that draw on a wide demographic of Indigenous and non-Indigenous music fans and social justice advocates alike. Their signature style of lyrics, hooks, and melodies often peeks through the lens of Indigenous stories, voices, and imagery, earning them recognition across Canada. With multiple music award nominations and wins across North America, Eagle and Hawk have been a part of the country's musical fabric for more than 22 years. Their latest record, Liberty, takes a pointed look at societal issues including liberty, freedom, the rise and presence of women in society, the Great Divide, and other universal questions of the human experience. In 2019, CBC gave Eagle and Hawk the green light to produce a documentary to share the stories of their 2 decades of music and solidify the band's musical legacy. You can actually see that documentary on YouTube. Seeing Red is slated for release in 2020. Eagle and Hawk features an outstanding cast of musicians, including Vince Fontaine, who's band leader and guitar, Jay Bodner on lead vocals, Pam Davis, vocals, Niwa Mason, vocals and keyboards, and Spatch on bass, that's Lawrence Mulhall, and Rich Reed on drums. We're reviewing today is called The Great Divide, and it was released in 2019.
Okay, let's get my notes up in front of me. So, the Great Divide, Eagle and Hawk. Make sure I've got the right notes here. That would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're good. So the song starts actually with a piano playing a chord on the first beat of the bar, with the left hand tapping out the eighth beats. Drums and bass join in after a few bars, and the bass hitting a quickly ascending and descending. The bass hitting a quickly ascending and descending walk. As the first verse starts, the bass takes a step back, leaving room for the vocals. A simple drum beat drives the song forward, and the piano continues playing the chords on the first beat of the bar. Then halfway through the verse, a keyboard comes in and playing the chord on the eighth beats. The vocal comes in with a couple of short staccato phrases and leaves us briefly hanging. Then the melody flows up and brings us down, but higher than expected, but still satisfying, and helps to keep that tension rolling through the second half of the verse. The vocals are rich and warm, and you can feel some subtle emotion in the voice, and it's nice for once to be able to hear every single word. Not once did I have to ask myself, what did he say? The chorus comes together with an electric guitar picking out a simple arpeggio, which really creates a nice fat sound. The backup vocals join, singing a close harmony, but it is dialed back, letting the lead vocal dominate. The melody of the chorus climbs and falls again, but doesn't take us back to the root, down to where the song started. Rather, each phrase seems to end a step or two higher, not wholly resolving the tension, but still kind of satisfying. After the second verse and repeated chorus, the instrumentation takes a short break with some virtual silences. This creates some expectation, knowing something is coming. Then sure enough, it picks up again. This is repeated, but this time we get a nice heartfelt guitar solo, as Come a Little Closer is sung in the background. The guitar solo comes across as if it's improvised, but has a bit of a jazzy feel to it, though I suspect the guitarist wrote it and rehearsed it that way, but it adds something sweet as the song comes to a close. And with this, the song fades out. Now, usually this bothers me. I've mentioned this a few times on the show. Why not end the song properly? But actually, in this case, it works really well, as it doesn't just quickly fade out, but it rather does so slowly and deliberately. To me, this suggests that the world's problems, which have not been resolved in the songs, nor has there been any suggestion of a solution. So just as the topic pointed out in the lyrics will continue into the future, so does the song. This is not a simple fade out by uniformly turning the volume down on everything at once. The lead guitar seems to hold its volume as the rest of the instrumentation starts to fade. And it is here where the reverb on the lead guitar becomes noticeable, echoing as everything else fades before it finally starts fading out as well. The topic of the song is very timely, a world where no one trusts anyone else. However, whether we like it or not, we're stuck in the middle of something over which we have no control. And I think this is really what the song is saying. We're divided, but we don't want to be divided. This is stated quite well in the chorus, which I'll quote for you now. I don't want to take a side, I don't want to run and hide. When it's said and done, I do believe we're living in the Great Divide. So as the lyrics leave us without a solution, so the tension in the melody remains only partially resolved. And I think that's what really makes this song work as a whole. It's a very timely piece indeed. Angela.
Thank you, Mark. That was very detailed. So I would like to talk a little bit about the band and how the band operates, because Eagle and Hawk have been around for, more than two generations. Yeah, they're not that old. 2 decades. And they're so popular. It's so well known, and they've made so many songs, and they're excellent, excellent songwriters. Vince and Spatch are very good at what they do, and this song is no exception. I think they've done a fantastic job. They've won so many awards and Indigenous awards as well. And there's a reason for that. They just know how to write a song. In this particular song, we have vocals by Chris Burke-Gaffney. And Chris Burke-Gaffney, what I like about the way that he's on the keyboards and sings the song, and the way that he sings the song, he uses volume a lot. That's what I found was interesting about the way that he was singing. So, of course, he can carry a tune very well. He has a beautiful voice, but he used his voice like an instrument, which is something I really appreciate when musicians do this, and went quieter, louder, in the appropriate places, and gave your ear that treat of being surprised. As the song went on, he would just take you like, I don't know, it was like waves. It was like waves. That's a good way to describe it. So his voice was quieter, louder, and the song flows like waves. It's a very relaxing song. I found it very relaxing, and it's very radio ready. It's recorded perfectly. And yeah, I just can't. Hopefully you guys have some comments. Please put your comments.
Oh, let me interrupt you there, Angela. Angela, if I can interrupt
what?
you, we actually lost sound a couple of minutes ago.
Oh,
So I don't know what you were saying at the end. Sorry, I had to restart. The voice meter froze on me, so I just restarted it. We're good. But if you can, no one heard what you said for the last minute or so.
okay. So where did I end up? I don't know. Do I have to say it all over again? The point I really want to make is that in this particular song, Eagle and Hawk are amazing songwriters. Vince and Spatch do an amazing job. And Chris Burke-Gaffney, did I say his name right? Yeah, Burke-Gaffney. I always want to say Gaffney Burke. I don't know why. But Chris Burke-Gaffney is an amazing singer. He's really, his voice is very beautiful to listen to. But the way that he uses volume to manage his voice and to manage the way that the song flows and use his voice like an instrument is what's really special in this song. He gives your ear that treat of it not being some, constant noise or constantly too quiet. So you have to listen to too carefully. He comes in and out of that. And I described it as sounding like waves, and waves are calming. And that's how I found the song. I found it calming, relaxing to listen to, very radio ready, very well recorded. Just a perfect example of the way Eagle and Hawk write a song. Chris Burke-Gaffney is on keyboards as well as singing. And they do a really great job. Eagle and Hawk often do songs with a large group of people, and this is a very small group of people and a very calm and relaxing song. And I just give it a total thumbs up. I'm a big Eagle and Hawk fan anyway, but I think they did a really great job on the song, and the deep subject matter is important and gets you thinking. And I think all of us can also relate to it at the moment too, with everything that's going on in the global world today. Back to you, Mark. Thanks.
Okay, well, it's like my camera's frozen. I just noticed. Here we are. Right, I'm going to reset my...
We are having some serious technical difficulties today. I don't know what's going on.
Here we go. And I don't know if I can bring that back. I might be stuck making a face.
Yeah. The good news is that Mark is an IT guy, so he can usually fix these things.
I can. It will require me
But
to
sometimes you have to fix it by rebooting, and that doesn't work very well for us.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, I'll have to live with the camera.
Can you switch to video and go to the next song? Are you capable of
well,
doing
we can.
that?
If people don't mind, me being stationary, we can.
Yeah.
We can just carry on. I don't think I really add that much to moving. So apologies, everyone. I have no idea why this froze.
I'm the pretty one, Mark. So everyone looks at me. Right?
Yes, you are. Yeah. Okay, so we have some comments. I think my mic's a bit loud. I'm going to turn that down. Shaleem says, great divide by Eagle and Hawk. Excellent sound, musicianship and vocals. Solid production by Chris Burke Gaffney. The lyrics are not as rhyming as one would expect in the style of song. Timely words, even 2 years later. Woke lyrics will appeal to some, but might seem preachy to others. More people should hear the song. Song flows like waves. Agreed. And yes, I know my camera's frozen, and I can't bring it back. Actually, I'm sorry. Okay, no, that was it. Yeah, no more. If anybody else has any comments, please, please put them in the enter them in the comments, and we will read them later if they do show up. Okay. Right, shall we move on to the next song?
Yes, please. That would be great.
Okay. I'm going to set this one up. Okay, we're good to go. So we are. So there we are. Let's go.
SoulStone are an eclectic R&B, Afro-soul, dance vibe band from Cape Town and Johannesburg. Musicians Clint Brink and Sean Parsons formed the band in 2004. In 2008, they released the album Music, Love, Truth to rave reviews. It included the hit single that we are reviewing today, Now That Your Love Has Gone.
Okay, since my camera has frozen, I will leave the picture of SoulStone on the screen for you guys to enjoy. Okay, I'm going to get my notes back. Here we go. Alright, so Now That Your Love Has Gone by SoulStone. The song starts with a spoken introduction, a slow piano playing in the background, accenting the phrases. An introduction like this does risk becoming cheesy if the words are too much on the nose or are preachy. This introduction is not. Now I listened to this intro many times while trying to figure out why it does work. But I think it's because it sets the scene, the background, but it doesn't give away the rest of the song. The voice is sad but calm, and while it seems the singer has intellectually accepted the situation, the rest of the song clearly outlines that he hasn't or can't move on. And above all, it's short and to the point. It leads into the song, but it doesn't overshadow it. Had it gone on longer, I might be doing a different review. The piano picks up in rhythm and volume, some chimes ring out softly, and we're pulled in. The vocals start and the rest of the band joins in, cementing the soulful groove of the song. The melody weaves up and down, climbing a few tones, and then coming down to the root. Returning us quickly to where the music phrase started, it's kind of bittersweet, as the tension is resolved in each line, rather than letting it build for a bigger payoff later. So we're taken up and down emotionally, letting us imagine the range of conflicting emotions in the situation outlined in the song. The chorus takes the emotion higher with the instrumentation increasing in volume. The passion in the lead singer's performance is echoed by the tight harmonies of the backing vocals. Unlike the verse, the chorus, while similar to the verse, each phase of the melody does not resolve back to the root. It hangs, letting the tension remain. It repeats, and again it brings us back down to the roots with Now That Your Love Has Gone, and so the tension is resolved. Now the chorus does this twice. The second verse brings in a couple of new solo voices, each with their own unique sound, but similar enough to move from one to the other without being jarring. Emotion in at least one of the voices, occasionally cracking. The artists are clearly feeling what they're singing, and there is a real sincerity in their performances. After a short guitar solo, they add a bridge which pulls the song back and adds a brighter melody as the lyrics make it clear that that this is really not a full acceptance of the situation. The singer's voice crescendos and brings us satisfyingly down back to the chorus. The song ends, bookended by the same slow piano of the introduction. Now, usually at this point, I'd quote a phrase or two that I liked in the lyrics, but with this song, I can't. There are no clever, witty phrases. Rather, the lyrics read like a poem, a very powerful poem. So I'm actually going to read the whole second verse to you. My tears like rain. I just can't seem to pull away. Our dreams the kids would have had just went away. Forgotten kisses. All the love that we once made. Dust in the wind, it blew away. Deep in my chest it beats a heartbroken glass. It beats a heart of broken glass, the hurt irreparable. My soul a burning mess. Till the day I die I wish that you could take the pain you left with me. Unnecessary. There you go, Angela.
Wow, Mark, that was a really good review. I really enjoyed that. Well done. Well done, man.
Well, thanks awfully.
Yeah, SoulStone, this particular song, when I first listened to it, I always have to listen to the songs a few times before I can do a proper review. But when I first listened to it and watched the video, I was like, yeah, it's an R&B song, like big deal. It's really doesn't sound much different than other R&B songs. But I did notice that the harmonies between the men were really beautiful. And I don't listen to the words when I first listen to songs, but the more that I listen to the song, the more that I did listen to the words. And you're absolutely right. It's very poetic. It's very pretty and poetic. And the harmonies of the voices are very pretty. It's a really beautiful song. And then when I dug in and looked into the band itself, I learned that they are multi-instrumentalists. So they're playing their own instruments and they play multiple instruments. So in their different songs, they can play different parts. And they all have beautiful voices. So they're very talented men. And thank you very much, by the way, Mark, for introducing. Actually, it was who introduced them to us? Elna? Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Elna. Anyway.
Elna, thank you. One of our song club members, Elna, introduced us to the band. So thank you, Elna. And I never would have heard of them. Obviously, they're from South Africa. So yeah, they're actually really cool. And that's the cool thing about the Invisible Song Club is we get to find out about these bands that we've never heard about before and look into them a bit, listen to their music. So like I said, I listened to this particular song over and over again, and it became a bit of an earworm. I was actually kind of humming along, singing along to it after a while. And that's when you know it's a good song. Because like I said, it lives very much in the genre of R&B and a soul song. And apparently the band does other genres. I have it here in my notes. Let me see for a second. Yeah, sorry, I can't see it at a glance, but the band actually covers different genres. They're, it's not just always one type of music. So I really encourage you to check them out because I think that they're good at what they do. Back to you, Mark.
Okay, let me bring us both on the screen. There we go. I still have the same face.
There's Mark. Yeah. It's a lot easier to bounce off you when you're actually moving and speaking.
I know. Well, I can see you, so I can bounce off you. You can't bounce off me. Is that the way it works?
No, that's true. There you go. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I'll carry the weight today. That's okay.
Indeed. Okay, so we do have some comments. Let me scroll back up here.
I am going to.
Okay, so Elna says it's an awesome song. I enjoyed it too. Clint Brink, who I believe is in the band SoulStone. Thank you for joining us, Clint. I went a lot later on.
Clint.
I would have gone a lot heavier if you weren't in the comments. That's not true. Thank you so much for the great review, Mark. It's deeply appreciated. Thank you. It's a great song. Shalem says, SoulStone, Now That Your Love Is Gone. Appealing song, vocals, harmonies, musicianship, and vocals. Gorgeous production. Very competitive with music within its genre. If only more people would hear this song, it would have a chance to be really popular. And Clint says, so our influences, Stevie Wonder, Donny Hathaway, Earth, Wind and Fire, Marvin Gaye, and Boyz II Men. And I think I can hear a little bit of all of them in there, actually, now you've pointed that out. And so Clint says, we wrote, produced, and released Now That Your Love Is Gone in 2006. There you go. That's it. That's all the comments.
I can't believe that's all the comments. You know what? Mark and I checked the analytics after the show, and there's actually quite a bit of people watching. Like we're like, in the beginning when we were doing the show, we're like, yeah, whatever, we could do what we want. Nobody's even watching. Don't be embarrassed being in front of the camera. Nobody's paying any attention anyway. But we actually have a pretty good following. We have a large group that's developed on Facebook, and we're getting a large following watching us live, not just watching after the fact. But I know a lot of people are just shy, and they just want to watch and be entertained, and they don't want to participate, and that's cool. But we're really fascinated by the comments that we do get. We're very interested in that, and it creates a discussion as well. Sometimes people will say something that causes us to take pause and go, yeah, actually, or no, I don't think so, and that dialogue is a lot of fun. So if you want to give a comment, just even a little comment, that would really be helpful. Keeps the show going. And this is about you guys. This is about our song group, our song club. It's not about Mark and I. So the more you participate, the better.
Indeed. That's absolutely true. Well, yeah. I think with the last of the comments being read, I think we are probably at a good place to say goodbye to everybody.
It's getting quite late now, so we'll let everyone go.
Indeed.
Be sure to check out Eagle and Hawk, please. They are a Canadian band, and as you know, I'm all about the amazing Canadian music that we have in this country, and Eagle and Hawk is one of the best. So please check them out if you haven't already.
Indeed. So there are. So thank you very much for everybody for joining us. We will be back in 2 weeks. One song has been picked. We'll figure out what the other one is. If you do have any suggestions for songs, particularly bands that we haven't featured songs from, please leave a comment on this video or go to our the Facebook group, the Invisible Song Club Facebook group, and leave your suggestions there. We're not going to guarantee that we're going to review all of them, but we will certainly review some of them. The proviso is that one of us has to really love the song in order to do the review, because we're only going to review songs that we like, so that we can direct you to the best music in the world. So if you want to see some previous episodes, go to the invisibleman.ca. Links to all of our YouTube videos are on there for all of the shows that we mentioned today: the Invisible Song Club, the Invisible Man Show, and Welcome to the Madhouse. And of course, go check out Just Eat It.
Binge watch.
Was that? Binge watch, yes.
Binge watch.
Leave on repeat so you can boost our numbers as well. Please subscribe. Subscribe and you'll get notified. I don't know how long this Facebook ban is going to last. We may be stuck on YouTube and only YouTube for a while. So please hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, share, and all that other good stuff. That would be fantastic. And then, of course, don't forget to visit justeatit.ca for all that Angela is getting up to there. Okay, and without further ado, thank you, Angela. It's been fun. It's been nice watching you move and me not move at all.
Yep. Well, you're invisible today, aren't you?
I am. Okay, thank you much, everybody. We'll catch you all in 2 weeks on the Invisible Song Club. Bye-bye.